Hold on, fellas. There is a little bit of technical difficulties there. Welcome back to another live stream, everybody. Okay, now we're set in center. We're all good. Everything's great. Let's wait for some people to get in here. Hopefully, we're not on private mode or anything because that was the first time I did that last stream. Is when I went on private mode. So hopefully, we ain't in private mode. Let's see. Are we in private mode? I have no idea. We'll find out in the YouTube Studio app. Nope, we're public. Okay, that's fantastic. We're public. That's great. Because for whatever reason, last time I did a stream, it was like private, invite only. It wasn't even for members. It was just invite only, which is crazy. But we've been posting a couple shorts and they've been doing good. So definitely check out our shorts content if you haven't already. Our shorts have been doing real good. We have a couple that are going viral right now. The Brian Donald short. We posted a couple other shorts, but apparently, some people on YouTube weren't a big fan of them, I guess. Like well, we deleted one, but we got Gavin Newsom, we got the Mandami one, we got the Pope one, but the Brian Donalds one is doing pretty well. We also have the election coming up, so Brian Donalds is, in a campaign, so that would make sense why they would promote that one a little bit more than the other ones. But we got 3 people in here. Make sure you guys double tap that like button. Subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah, well, hopefully we can get at least 1 or 2 more of our viral shorts before the new year starts. Why are you so tired? It's only 11 PM on the East Coast. On the other side of the country, it's even earlier than that. It's like, what, 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock in California? So really, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I support Trump. Yeah, I'm a white straight male. Why is that quote unquote rage bait? Like I say, I'm a white straight male. I believe men should go in men's bathrooms, women should go in women's bathrooms. That a woman should be obedient to her, husband. What is so rage bait about that? I really don't think that's even that all that rage baiting. I don't think that's even that traditional, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's just regular. I think that's regular, guys. But double tap that like button. Let's get the likes way up. I mean, it was interesting to debate a trans woman or a trans man. I mean, we debated both of them, but I would let him come into the men's bathroom, but I would not let real men and fake men should go to the men's bathroom. That's the conclusion I've came to. I will say I concede my point. Whatever, fake men and real men should go to the woman's bathroom. I mean, the the men's bathroom, not the woman's bathroom. No, 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 no. Real men and fake men should go to the woman's bathroom. I mean, the men's bathroom. What the fuck? The men's bathroom. Anything with a man. Trans woman, that's a man. That should go to the man's bathroom. Trans man, that's a man. Anything with trans, it doesn't matter what trans you are, you should go to the male's bathroom. It's kind of that simple. That's a simple logic we can use, right? All trans belong in the men's bathroom. Because if anyone has to deal with this bullshit of trans people, it should be men. It should not have to go on the woman. That's unfair to real women that feel unsafe. That's unfair to real women that feel unsafe. What about a passing trans woman in the men's bathroom? Imagine explaining that to your kids. A passing trans woman? What? There is no passing trans woman. There is none of them are passing. I've never met a single passing. Never heard of her other than like billionaires and multimillionaires that can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's no passing trans women. There are none. Transformers should be in the psych ward. Yeah, how can you prove it? I think gas is pretty cheap. There's plenty of states that have gas under $4. But can we get to 50 likes? Matter of fact, let's get to 100 likes. No, I only like real women. Real women only. Real women only. No men, no transgender. I'm not homosexual. If you are a straight man and you say you like trans women, then you are a homosexual man. You're not a straight man. Do we all agree? If you're a man that likes trans, you are gay. That makes you gay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay, but I'm just saying that you are gay. If we should get this to our heads, guys. If you like trans women, you're gay. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. But get the likes way, way up there. I'm not obsessed with gays. Gays and trans are obsessed with MAGA. And since y'all want me to accept you so badly, I only feel it's right that you come talk with me directly and tell me why we should let trans women in women's restrooms, because that's disgusting. That is disgusting and that's despicable. Not one woman should feel uncomfortable. And I'm not obsessed with it. The reason I do this is for all the women I know that have been tortured and suffered and been assaulted and been harmed physically by transgender women. That's what I do this for. And I'm not trying to say transgender women are dangerous, because they are definitely not dangerous. There's a lot of good people out there that are trans. What I'm saying is you should be aware of the situations, because situations have occurred in the past before, meaning no men should be in women's bathrooms. Israel does not have control over the current administration. That's bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know the first thing about Israel. You don't even know where Iran is on the map. A lot of children in the Epstein files suffered. Unfortunately, the majority of the people in the Democrat files were, I mean, not the Democrat files, the Epstein files were Democrat. They are the Democrat files. Yes, I am pro Israel. I'm pro Benjamin Netanyahu. I think Benjamin Netanyahu is doing a fantastic job. But double tap that like button, guys. Double tap that like button. Let's get the likes way, way up there. I'm not a troll. That's what I'm saying. Rage bait, rage bait. How dare he be a conservative, white, straight man that's 6'5" that supports Donald J. Trump, that doesn't give a fuck about what you think. That is quote unquote rage bait now in this country. Being a strong man with a strong opinion who stands behind stuff is now quote unquote rage bait in this country. Rage bait. How dare you have morals and beliefs and stand on them and not be like the rest of the Democrat sheep? How dare you? How dare die? Let's protect women's bathrooms and women's spaces. If you support Donald J. Trump, then you found the right channel. If you like open conversation and debate, then you found the right channel. It's not all about Trump, Trump, Trump. Yes, this is the president of the United States. Yes, this is the best president we've ever had, but it's not all about Donald J. Trump. It's not all about it. We like to talk mostly about policies here. We don't like to talk about Trump's personal business dealings or any of that stuff. We like to talk about policies. Like we like to talk about how transgender women will never become real women and they will not use women's restrooms. We like to talk about that. And that is our opinions. Do I like ice? Absolutely, I like ice. Double tap that like button. Double tap that like button, guys. Let's get up to 50 likes. We don't need to tax the billionaires. They already pay their fair share. When will you peons wake up and realize that taxation is theft? No, I'm not transphobic. I'm reaching out to the trans community right now. If you look different, if you're trans, if you want to get on here and have a conversation and a platform, not even necessarily a debate, even though we will disagree on issues and I will likely try to debate you when we disagree, you can join that Discord. Okay, you can join that Discord. If you cut your wiener off, maybe we want to hear why that what drove you to madness. What drove you to madness? Join that Discord right down there that I put in the chats. I'm staying safe, man. These a lot of demonic people out here. A veteran, a Democrat veteran, unalived a MAGA supporting conservative veteran. These Democrats are not any joke. They will come for your life and they will come for you. But if Democrats are going to come for people and they're going to try to physically harm them, I don't think they should be attacking the elderly or the woman or anything like that. If it has to happen to someone and someone has to be there to stop these people, it should be me. If these people are angry at someone and they want to go out and do something that's going to put them in prison in a long time, then they shouldn't do it to elderly. They shouldn't do it to any of those peoples. They if they want someone to come after, they can come after me, but they're not gonna like the results of it. But don't go after the elderly. Don't go after the elderly. Don't go after the women. Don't go after the children. Don't be putting transgender cartoons and all that kind of stuff. Don't be pushing leftist ideology. Don't be doing all that kind of stuff because that's not cool. That's not cool. Double tap that like button. Can we get to 40 likes, 50 likes? Charlie Kirk was not an enemy to Israel, brother. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. The issue isn't with the taxes, it's with the terrible spending and fraud that's fucking the middle class and the lower class. I 100% agree with you. We just arrested 25 freaking Somalis. If you want me to answer a question, drop a super chat, brother. I'm here for it. But we just arrested 22 Somalis for the Somali fraud ring. This was $98 million. $98 million, guys. $98 million. But please like, subscribe, get the likes up there. I support Trump, but I don't really support Ukraine. I mean, I don't know why we're funding a war that we're going to lose in the end anyway. It doesn't make much sense to me. Do I like Mexican? What do I like Mexican women or do I like the country of Mexico? What's the question here? What is the question? I say free the Palestinian women and children, but to be honest with you, Palestine doesn't really exist. Yeah, sure, Mexican women are fine. They're good, whatever. But join that Discord. Join that Discord. Let's debate. How about the country? The country's kind of in the shitter right now. They have a horrible female president. That's why they fell off the map. Never put a woman as a president, in my opinion. The country fell off. They're a violent country. Palestine has never even been a state. Has not even been a nation state until Israel gave it to them in 1988. So what are you talking about? Palestine didn't exist until 1988. I already said about the country, it's a shithole. What else do you want me to say? It would be a lot nicer if you got rid of the criminals. It wouldn't be a shithole. How about that? Does that make you feel better? What do I think about New York's current situation? Another shithole to live in. Get out of New York immediately if you have money. It's a shithole. Everyone's leaving. Netanyahu is not Trump's pimp. If anything, if anything, Trump is the pimp and Netanyahu is on the other end. Palestine only exists. The Arabs only came to Israel about 635 years after Jesus died. So that means the Jews didn't even That means the Arabs didn't even come to Palestine until 600 years after Jesus died. So, no, the Palestinians were not there before the Jews. All you have to do is a quick fucking Google search on when Arabs came to Israel. Go on your computer and say, when did Arabs come to Israel? 600 years after freaking Jesus died. Trump is not God. Stop spamming that bullshit. I'm going to time you out. Bye. A whole bunch of bots. A whole bunch of bots. Adios. Adios. There you go. Now, can we get some serious questions and comments? If y'all actually got anything to say, drop some super chats. Time out for y'all. Seriously. What's your thoughts on Zionism? There's nothing wrong with Zionism. Why wouldn't you want Israel to be a country and a nation? I'm just confused on that part. Why wouldn't you want that? Is my question. How is Trump evil? Because you say he's evil, you're probably evil. You're probably evil trying to say Donald J. Trump is evil. So how do I know he's really evil? Yeah, drop some shekels. Drop some shekel super chats. We had them before. We had plenty of great shekel super chats. Israel doesn't get our tax dollars. We get Israel's tax dollars. They get a discount, which is our tax dollars. I guess if you want to count that, you can. But in the end, Israel is giving us more money than they're benefiting. I love Israel too. ICE does not kidnap anyone illegally. That's laughable. That is fucking laughable. They're just deporting illegal alien criminal bastards that deported out of our country because they're pieces of crap. I don't care about the color of their skin or their ethnicity. They gotta go. They gotta go. I don't care about their ethnicity or where they're from. They gotta go. It's really that simple. Who's racist? Thanks for following me. I'll follow you back. He's racist! Oh no! I was labeled a racist. How am I gonna recover? Oh my god, how am I gonna recover, guys? I was labeled a racist by a bunch of snowflakes. How am I gonna recover? Oh no! Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Oh fuck no! No one cares about that racist shit anymore. No one cares about that racist shit. Literally nobody cares. That's 2015, 2016, 2017 bullshit. I don't care about the color of the illegal alien immigrant skin. They gotta go. It has nothing to do with race. Racism doesn't really exist on a systematic level. It only exists on a joking with a friend kind of level. Systematic racism is long gone. Black people do not need any reparations. They don't deserve any reparations. They don't deserve any reparations. We need to give those reparations to January Sixers. We need to give reparations to the Jews and to the January Sixers. That's what we need to do. That's 100% what we need to do. We need to give reparations to the Jews and to the January Sixers. I already know the January Sixers are getting their reparations, but the Jews, they should get their reparations before blacks get their reparations. But at least we're going to give the January Sixers reparations. We can put the Jews aside for a second. We can put the Jews aside for a second. Maybe we will never give them reparations, but can we can at least give the January Sixers reparations. We can at least give the January Sixers reparations. Black people did not build this country. That is laughable. That is so fucking hilarious. Black people couldn't even build Africa after $2.5 trillion. What have y'all built? What have y'all built? Literally, what have y'all built? Some Africans have built some stuff, but what have y'all built in Africa after trillions of dollars gifted? Trillions of dollars gifted. So y'all didn't build America if you can't even build Africa. If you can't even build Africa, what do you think the chances of you building America is? You might have pushed some brimstone and some hard labor and moved some stuff around to here, and you might have put some materials in place and whatnot. But the actual builders, the people that made the design, was us white people. We built this country. We even built the White House. Y'all are just the ones that arranged the stone and the wood and the materials. We're the ones that actually built it. What's wrong with APAC? APAC receives $0 a year from Israel. $0. What is wrong with APAC? What's wrong with being Jewish? 50 guys on a ship didn't go and just steal thousands of other people. It was the African slave trade, meaning the blacks were selling their own people in masses to the Portuguese and the British and all the other Europeans. Can we get an African American trans up on the next panel debate? Sure. If there's any African American trans that want to debate, sure. Go ahead and join that Discord. If we have any super victims that wanna, any people that want to play the super victim card, we got any super victims out there? Anyone that tries to make themselves a super victim? We got any disabled, transgender, black women out there? I mean, seriously. We got any super victims out there? No? Okay, cool. Join the Discord if you want to debate. Any professional victims out there? Do we have any professional victims out there? Come on, guys. We have some professional victims out there. Any professional victims? Do we got any professional victims out there? No one out there is a professional victim? You guys can join my Discord if you want to debate. Fuck Nick Fuentes. Oh, you are a sick individual. I ain't reading that. I ain't reading that. You sick, twisted individual. You sick, twisted, disgusting. I don't fucking like Nick Fuentes. I'm way taller than Nick Fuentes. I look nothing like Nick Fuentes. A professional victim is someone that's a professional victim. So do we got any professional victims out here watching? Any Democrats that are professional victims? If you were on Fox News, then come and join my Discord. Let's get you on here. Or follow me on Instagram. I do not look like Nick. We are not even of the same ethnicity. We do not look alike at all, other than we're both I'm actually white. He's actually not white. But can we get to 100 likes, people? 100 likes? Thanks, Blue Gecko. You look like Nick Fuentes. You look like Nick Fuentes. You look like Nick Fuentes. No, I'm not fucking Nick Fuentes. You look like Nick Fuentes. No, I don't. I fucking don't like that guy. Charlie Kirk, on the other hand, he was a legend. He was a legend. Joe Vaughn's mod got cooked. That was a fucking man. That was a man. That man cooked himself. You guys gotta send me an invite to your little Discord. You gotta send me a little invite to your little Discord. I'm America First too, but Nick Fuentes is not America First. Nope, still not Nick Fuentes. All you Democrats out there saying, "Oh, racism, give me my black reparations, DEI." All of you are professional victims. The only people that we're giving reparations to is January Sixers. So the minute you realize that is the moment you come, closer to reality. The moment you come closer to reality. Shout out Brazil, shout out South America. Shout y'all out real quick. I don't care about color, honestly. That's something y'all care about. I don't care about color. That's something y'all obsessed with. Why would I care about all that? That's crazy. Yeah, if you're calling me Nick Fuentes, you might as well just call me Joe Rogan, right? You might as well just call me Joe Rogan, right? There's plenty of great people. Yeah, Joe Rogan is short. Joe Rogan is absolutely short as hell. Yeah, this is definitely a Kamala Harris. This is definitely a Kamala Harris flag. As you can see, this is 100% a Kamala Harris flag. I'm glad you guys can tell exactly what it is. I'm super glad you can tell exactly what it is. That's fantastic. We got people in here that are gonna work for ICE. That really is great. We're almost to 100 likes though. If y'all got any real questions or comments, go ahead and drop some super chats. Tell me how you think the Jews run the world when they don't. They don't run the world. That's what y'all ain't understanding. Like, I don't even know what y'all going on about. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. We got a lot of Democrat haters in here. I appreciate that, but how about you guys join the Discord so we can actually have a productive conversation? That would be fantastic if we could do that. That would be fantastic if we could do that, you know? They're showing their stupidity. Absolutely. There's only two genders. Men and women are separated at the bathroom by sex. Sex is something you cannot change. You cannot change your sex, meaning you cannot go into the woman's bathroom. Meaning you cannot change. Well, you don't get to decide what bathroom you go in. That's the facts. That's the facts. How did I get this Trump hat? I bought it. It's really that simple. I'm not freaking Nick Fuentes. You can keep calling me that all you want. That just shows me how much y'all like him. That just shows me how much y'all like him, to be honest with you. Yeah, if Trump runs in 2028 and he does it legally, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. If we can do that legally, I'm all about it. The poor are literally getting dumber. That's unfortunate. That's, unfortunately true. I'm not even gonna disagree with that. Amanda Lepore walks into your bathroom. I don't know who the fuck that is. If it's a man or if it's a woman that wants to be a man, I really don't give a fuck. Okay, I would say use the fucking bathroom. I don't give a fuck. I'd say, "Why? Who the fuck are you, and why the fuck are you in here? Use the fucking bathroom." I probably wouldn't say nothing. I probably wouldn't say nothing. Good evening, Burnell. Average red 40 consumer? Absolutely not. I do not consume any disgusting filth of drinks. Shout out Monaco. Big dog, you're in Monaco. You should drop me a $500 super chat for the Monaco Grand Prix. That'll make it worth it 100%. And you got to give me who you think's going to win. No, not Bernie Sanders. I'm talking about Mr. Burnell. Mr. Burnell, not Mr. Bernie fucking Sanders. No. Sorry about my language. I'm trying not to curse as much, but yes, guys, I can do. Okay, then let's get it. Let's get the $500 super chat, Mr. Luke Skywalker, for the Grand Prix. For the Grand Prix. If you care about F1 racing, you live in Monaco, you can drop a $500 super chat to make someone's day. No, not W socialism. Socialism doesn't work. I'm just responding to the chats here. We already had a guest on earlier. We're not going too much with guests right now, but if we do have a caller, we'll let you call in as well. We'll let you call in. But let's get to 100 likes. We can do it. We're almost at 34,000 subscribers, so help us get there. Help us get there, guys. Burnell or Bernie? Who are we talking about, Cold? Bernie Sanders? Who are we talking about? Am I lagging? Am I bald? I don't know. You can guess for me. ICE isn't hiring any real Nazis. Calm down. Stop crying. Calm down. Don't get in your feelings. I love ICE, and ICE is deporting all these illegal alien criminal bastards. I don't really care who they hire as long as they do their job. Oh, Luke Skywalker is Italian. They hired Proud Boys. I don't really care. I've never seen the Proud Boys do anything wrong. I don't know anything about the Proud Boys, but I've never seen them do anything wrong. Trump is not in those Epstein files. We already been over that 100 times. He's not a kid diddler. Y'all try to set him up and you failed. It was another Democrat conspiracy theory. Trump versus Biden? That's not even a competition. Democrats love terrorists. That's why they support illegal alien immigrants in Iran. That's 100% true. I don't know what's wrong with being a Proud Boy. That's what I'm asking y'all. It sounds like a homosexual name, but other than that, I don't know. You don't have to ask me if I support ICE. Yes, the majority of the country supports ICE. Are you living under a rock? Are you living under a rock? The majority of the country supports ICE. Yes. But if y'all have any real questions or comments, drop some super chats. If you want to call in, drop a $50 super chat and we can get you to call in. Patrick? I'm not Patrick. Yeah, okay. Is the connection bad? Because on my end, it's looking fine. Yeah, on my end, the connection's fine. That's what I'm saying. W Trump, that's what I'm talking about. They don't even have fiber optic in my area, so I don't know what the fuck you want me to do about it. It's not in all areas of the US. But I would love fiber optic internet. Fiber optic internet isn't even expensive. It literally would be cheaper to have fucking fiber optic than what I have. Shout out Puggy the Plug 101. Thank you for subscribing. I have Starlink. It doesn't even work. And you talk about you'll buy me a Starlink, you'll pay for my lunch. Where the fuck are those big super chats then? Where the fuck are those big super chats? Yeah, my food stamps did run out. Why don't you show some fucking love? Since y'all Democrats all about socialism. Where's this ain't even socialism. This is just a content creator entertaining y'all. Oh, y'all have Trump derangement syndrome pretty bad, don't you? Shut shut up. No, 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 no. We're almost to 100 likes. He keeps spamming. No, I'm not doing that. I ain't Democrat. If I was Democrat, more people would be supporting probably. If I change into a Democrat, y'all would probably pour in with love and appreciation and super chats. But since I'm a conservative, y'all are getting all kinds of butt hurt and upset. All kinds of butt hurt and upset. I'm not a fucking Democrat. We get it. You don't like Trump. I'm glad that you're happy that I'm conservative. I will have to disagree. I think Democrats do support their own. You like this already? That's fantastic, man. If you like this already, make sure you like it already. If you know what I'm saying. That transgender stuff that you're following, that stuff is a cult. MAGA is not a cult. Democrats in disguise, I don't think so. I don't know about my predictions for Freedom 250. I just, that would be awesome to go to. If any one of y'all want to buy me a ticket to see the UFC fight on the White House, I would much appreciate it. I would much appreciate it. Who wants to buy me like a $5,000 ticket to go see the White House boxing match? I appreciate the gifts. A Democrat says about what? You ain't gonna buy me a ticket. Stop all the cap. Stop all the cap. I'm entertaining y'all. I'm giving y'all a product. I'm giving y'all a product. You pay for your Netflix subscription, so why the fuck can't you drop a couple super chats when you pay for Netflix, Hulu, DirecTV, Xfinity? It's that damn simple. Only Democrats would say they're not Democrats, okay? If you're against ICE, come and debate me. ICE catches more PDF files and rapists than any other organization. Than any other organization. Join that Discord right there. Join that Discord right there. Sounds like a Democrat to me. You know how I'm not a Democrat? Because I haven't threatened your life yet. That's how you know I'm not a Democrat. That's how you know I'm not a Democrat. Because I haven't threatened your life yet. So that's how you know for a fact I'm not a Democrat. Fuck a liberal a-hole. Y'all accusing me of shit. I've been offered, to work for your favorite gay lords. They said if I was a leftist, I could come on their channel and work for them. That's exactly what Jimmy Snow said. And I ain't doing that shit because I ain't gay and I'm not working for no small ass paycheck. So the answer is no, I'm not a Democrat when people try to buy me to come on their shows before. No. The answer is no. Ooh, I would love some Trump Kool-Aid. I would love some Trump Kool-Aid. You spent all your coins on me? Man, much love, much love. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Where is the Discord? Okay, we can go ahead and spam the Discord in chat. I'll go ahead and put it in there, but if we can get someone else to put it in there too, so that way we have two links going on, that would be fantastic. There you go. There's the Discord link. There's your Discord link. If you want to debate me, if you want to join, if you're a transgender woman and you think you can use real women's restrooms, go ahead and join that Discord. You have 800 XRP. Yeah, you're number one. Someone has to pass you in XRP. See you again. Trump is always playing his trumpet. That's fantastic. If you're lesbian, that's cool too. I don't really care. Bisexual people, I don't support y'all, but I don't really care if y'all are bisexual or gay. What is a transgender woman? I don't know. I don't think they know either. I think Trump should have one more term because they cheated. That's why I think. That's what I think. I think they should have one more term because they cheated. I don't support what Chud does. I support Chud getting freed out of prison because his bail was unproportionately high for the crime, in my honest opinion. Yeah, that's Biden in the back. Can't you tell? Y'all are so smart. Kamala Harris, Biden, all this nonsense. Howdy, y'all. Americans don't realize how lucky they are to have Trump as president. Oh, I realize how lucky I am. I realize how lucky I am. Do I like Brazilian food? Absolutely. I love all kinds of different foods. We got lots of Mexicans and Italians in chat, huh? This is honestly an 18 and plus channel. So I can't stop you from watching. Can you debate an illegal immigrant? Funny that you mentioned that. I've actually done that before. I've debated an illegal alien immigrant. My friend is telling President Trump that he needs to support Lula in Brazil. The Bolsonaro family are losers. Lula and Trump are a strategic partnership. Y'all are really trying to figure out what's going on over there, right? Because I see you guys going back and forth between saying Bolsonaro and Lula. I don't know anything about Brazilian politics, my friend, but I'll pray for what I think is best for y'all. Because I don't know anything about Brazilian politics. But I'll just pray for whatever the best thing to happen in the election for the Brazilian country is to happen. Drop a super chat if you want a shout out. No, I don't think Erica Kirk set up Charlie Kirk's death. Do I support ICE? Absolutely. Stop spamming Palestinian flags. Palestine doesn't exist. They literally stole their flag from somebody else and flipped it upside down. But I do pray for the women and children of Palestine, just not the terrorists. And historically, that's Israel's land. I'm just going to go ahead and point that out because when did Arabs come to Israel? They came to Israel about 600 years after Jesus died. And they weren't even Muslim when they arrived in Israel. They became Muslim about 100 years later. Like, hype, subscribe for more. Absolutely. Like, hype, subscribe. Lies, lies. No, Israel was there for almost over. Israel was there for 2,400 more years than Palestine was. Wow. 2,400 more years. Shout out Brazil. I respect the Brazilians. There's a lot of great Brazilians out there that I know of. Why do you support ICE? Because ICE catches more child rapists in PDF files than any other policing organization on earth. That right there is a fantastic reason to support ICE. I don't know who that is. But can we get to 150 likes? What are your thoughts on immigration? I think immigration is great, but a lot of countries need to stop immigration for a couple years and just fix their situations. And when they get their immigration system fixed and they figure out who's here legally and who has a fake visa and who has a real visa, and they figure everything out, then they can start immigration back as usual. But in the U.S. and the UK and Spain, they need to stop immigration until they fix their situation. Period. It might take a year or two, but they need to stop it until they get their situation back on track. What do I think about gun rights? I think they should not be infringed. They shall not be infringed. That's what I think. Thank you for subscribing. No illegals. ICE is doing a pretty good job. Immigrants are not a major component in the economy. That would be incorrect. Some of the strongest economies in the world have almost no immigration. What's your opinion on trans people? I don't care if you're trans as long as you don't push anything on the kids. And trans women can't go into women's bathrooms because they're men. So no men in women's bathrooms, no men in women's sports. It's that simple. Other than that, I don't care. I'm just here answering y'all's questions. So if you have any real good questions, you can comment them down below. Or anything you want to talk about, you can drop some super chats if you want to show some love, people. Christ is king. Christ is king, guys. But let's get the likes up a bit. Debate atheist? Oh, I would love to debate some atheist. Who wants to debate? No one else is funding the ballroom other than Donald J. Trump and his buddies. No one else is funding the ballroom other than Donald Trump and his buddies. All the $1 billion that had to get approved was for the security of the White House and the underground bunkers that they have to redo. So read a couple things, okay? Do a little bit of reading. No praise to Allah. No, we're not gonna praise to Allah. We're gonna time you out. That's what we're gonna do. Because we're not gonna do any praise to Allah. What's a lie? I've already had plenty of these bullcrap questions over and over again. Debate Mandami, you can't debate a socialist. They have no common sense. Zero common sense whatsoever. Depends what you mean by stronger economy. Depends what you mean by stronger economy. Well, all we need is 2 more subscribers to reach 33,800. So can we get 2 more subscribers so we can get to 33,800? You would have to be more specific. You would have to be more specific on that. I'm fine with gas prices. Your handle is nobody. You're in my Discord. What do you want to debate about? Thank you for subscribing, guys. I appreciate it. Let's keep going. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna. If I want to kiss that wall, I will kiss that wall. Yeah, I'm fine with gas prices. They're lower than they were under Joe Biden in my area. They're lower than they were under Joe Biden. You can get a job. That's what you can get. I'm not going to give you any gas money. You can get a job. That's what you can do. This is not a new war. I honestly don't think this is a new war. You can blame Trump for getting back in. You can blame Trump for striking Iran and causing the blockade, but you can't blame Trump for you know, starting a war because this was not Trump's war. I didn't see your question and you're spamming like crazy. Second highest prices in history. Who was first highest? Joe Biden? That's right. Joe Biden. It was not, it has, this war has nothing to do with Israel. This war has nothing to do with Israel. You know how many times we striked Iran? You know how many times we've had back and forths with no involvement of Israel? We just share the same enemies. We just share the same enemies. That's pretty much it. There is mass deportations. We've had almost over 4 million deportations. I mean, I don't have any recent numbers of total deportations, but I believe it's around 4 million. It's around 4 million. So it's around 4 million. I really don't want to know what to think. Trump is going to World War III? No, I don't think so. Jewish people are not demons, sir. That's very anti-Semitic of you. Very, very anti-Semitic of you. There is no World War III. You guys have no clue what you're talking about. I don't speak Hindi. I'm not Indian. If you want to watch an Indian YouTuber, then go watch them. I'm sure they're out there. Yes, I think Israel is our greatest ally. I'd rather have Israel as our ally than NATO because NATO has sucked us more dry than Israel will ever suck us dry. There's about a million spelling mistakes in your sentence, so that's how I know that you're uneducated and probably impoverished. So I'm not going to respond to your dumb comment about Israel. Gas prices are great. They're still $1.50 cheaper than they were under Joe Biden. Woo, woo. Still $1.50 cheaper than they were under Joe Biden. Ain't that fantastic? Do I believe in the Old Testament? Yeah, I'm a Christian. So of course I believe in the Old Testament. No new wars. I'm all the way with you, brother. This is not a new war. I am a Christian. You don't get to decide who's a Christian and who's not a Christian. You are not God. You Democrats have an ego of God, higher than God. It's crazy. It is crazy. You Democrats think you're the center of the fucking universe. That is crazy. Jesus wouldn't have came illegally. Jesus was never an illegal alien immigrant. Jesus would have deported all the illegal alien immigrants himself. How many illegals are still here? I don't know, about 15 to 25 million. But can we get to 150 likes, boys? Listen, we got 1 million people attacking at once. If any of y'all actually give a damn about the whole Israel topic, why don't you just drop a $50 super chat and we can debate about Israel. Or you can join the Discord, and when I'm free sometime, we can debate about Israel. I said gas is $1.50 cheaper than it was under Biden. We've already given a breakdown of the funding between the US and Israel 100 times over. If you don't understand that Israel is mostly benefiting the US 100 times more than Israel is getting benefits off of us, I don't know what to tell you. Because there's probably not much to say at that point. Liar, liar, liar. What am I lying about? Yes, I believe the Bible is real, obviously. What the fuck are you talking about? You could donate $50 to a Palestinian fundraiser instead. Why would you give it to me? Because if you give it to a Palestinian fundraiser, you're gonna be donating directly to terrorism. Unless that's what you like to do, unless you like to fund the deaths of innocent people. If that's what you like to do, then go ahead and do it. Palestine is Israel, and the Arabs are gonna get crushed and moved out of there eventually anyway. Because we're the ones that gave y'all that land in the first place. So y'all gotta go. I think Canada's too much of a shithole to annex them. I think Canada's too much of a shithole to annex them. I think Canada is too big of a shithole to annex them. They're not even worth it. Can you prove the Bible is not true? I'm sick of these loser, retarded ass atheists saying, well, you can't prove it's true. You can't. Well, then prove it's untrue, bitch. Prove it's not true. Prove the Bible's not true. There's more evidence for it being real than there isn't. There's no evidence. There's nothing you can prove to say that it's fake. But let's get the likes up. Let's get to 150 likes. What evidence do they have that it doesn't exist? Oh, a bunch of crybaby atheists. Oh, I think it doesn't exist. It would just be stupid to believe in something. It would just be stupid to believe in something. It would just be so dumb if I actually just believed in something I couldn't see physically. It would just be so dumb. Well, that's another reason why a lot of atheists are, not doing well in any fucking means necessary. They're not doing well at all. They're not doing well Spiritually, they're not doing well financially, they're not doing well physically, they're not doing well mentally. One key reason is because they refuse to believe in anything without physical evidence. They won't even believe in themselves. You have to believe in yourself. You have to put the faith behind yourself to get where you want to get in life. You can do that, but you can't believe in something else. The earth is round. The earth is not flat. So I don't know why you're trying to ask me this question. The earth is a globe. There you go. JW, I already have, brother. Enjoy your slavery. Well, let's get to 140 likes, guys. We're almost there. You keep preaching, brother. I'm right behind you. Absolutely. God bless, man. Should uranium be primarily used for nuclear energy? Absolutely. Just not in Iran. Just not in Iran. You don't use 60% enriched uranium for nuclear energy. You don't use 60% uranium. We have more jobs right now than we've ever had in history. We have more jobs right now than we've ever had in history. That is a fact. We have more jobs today than we've ever had in history. So y'all can sit here and cry and weep all you want, but that is a statistical fact. Nah, I'm not making shit up, man. That's a fact. We have more jobs right now than we've ever had before. That absolutely is true. You just have a bunch of loser mindsets. That absolutely is true. So before you go cry about the job market, just remember that. Just remember we have more jobs right now than we've ever had. No, we have more jobs right now than we've ever had. That is a fact. Go ahead and Google that. That is a statistical fact. What's up, Snuffles? What's up? We're honestly about to hop off. I don't know if we're gonna come back or not, but if y'all have any final questions, super chats, anything y'all want to say in the last minute or so, I'm down to answer any final super chat questions or comments. I'm up for it. And if you want to guest star on one of my streams, then here, I'll send you an invite. Thank you, Snuffles, but that's a demon's number. Join that Discord. Join that Discord. But I'm out of here, y'all. Much love. Peace out. It's been over a minute, y'all. How do you join the Discord? You join the link right there. We might come back if we get someone else to join in. If we get someone else that wants to debate, a late night debate, we'll do it. Join that Discord. But until then, adios. We'll be